What's up, Blasianeers and Blasianettes? I'm going to be giving you guys my quick review for Creed 2. And do not worry, there's not going to be any spoilers in this movie review. Do not worry, no spoilers here. So basically the premise of the movie is where the son of Ivan Drago steps forward to challenge Adonis Creed to a match. And of course, obviously, with that name alone, that last name alone, Adonis is compelled to accept that challenge. And that's where we get the premise of the movie. And there is, a lot of bad history there if the first Creed movie did not, address that. But man, when I think back to the first movie, it's like the writing was on the wall for this to happen. I mean, hearing this concept alone for us to revisit Ivan Drago, it's too good of an opportunity to pass up. I mean, like, just hearing that alone, you're like, yeah, that sounds like it will be a much, much better movie than the first one, than the first Creed. And and it has a lot of hype behind that, especially for, like, loyal Rocky fans. And does it live up to the hype? I'd say for me, overall, it does. Could they have done more with it? Yep, they could have, but with what they did, I enjoyed a lot. And also it has a lot of heartfelt moments, like it still carries on with that. Like, that's basically what made the Rocky movies great. The heartfelt moments, the family dynamic. Like, it just, like everyone brought their A game once again into this movie. And also, like, there's a lot of father, themes in this too. Like, where this could be a pretty damn good movie to be released around Father's Day, and then that would be, there would be a lot of elements there for, like for father figures or fathers, in general to sink their teeth into. And also, like, with the Dragos, you don't have to look into their lives, into Victor Drago's life to know that, it's pretty dysfunctional. And just hearing the fact that Ivan Drago is his father, this dude did not have a childhood. And I feel bad for him. Like, just hearing that alone, like, okay, you have him as your father. But they do humanize Victor Drago a little bit. But I would have liked to see more what they were doing with that. I like what they're doing with this character, with that part of the character, with that side of him. But I feel like we could have seen a little bit more of that, But I mean, like I said, with the Dragos alone, there's a lot of dysfunction there. And also, and I love the fact that, like, when Adonis Creed and Victor Drago step into the ring, it is definitely, they did, the trailers, they held back on a lot of epic moments in that, like, when they step into the ring together. Like, every time Victor Drago would throw a punch at his opponents, like, I would feel it, like, to where I was moving out of my chair a bit, like, whoa, I felt that, like, oh my gosh. And when Adonis Creed would hit his opponents, I would feel electrified, where I'm like, yes, come on, do it. And the movie has me acting like a real ridiculous sports fan. And this is coming from somebody who is not a sports fan at all. I mean, like, I cannot get into sports, but there is just something about these movies where when it comes to, like, a main event, like a main boxing match, and I'm just, like, into, like, come on, get up, come on, get him, duck, get. So, yeah, this movie had me doing that quite a bit. And also, like, they could very well end it here if they wanted to, but if I were to say, like, does it need another movie? Could it have another movie? I would say one more movie wouldn't hurt. It could be one solid Creed trilogy, or they could just end it here because, I think it's an opportunity, for it to conclude here with Adonis' journey, like, where he revisits a ghost from his past in a way. And that would be a good way to end it on a high note. But they could very well add one more movie, but I don't think going crazy with the with Adonis Creed's story like they did with Rocky Balboa's story, I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't think that would pan out well for Adonis. since it's a like more grounded, like story arc for him, and this movie could very well make you want to really see how those other movies were, especially Rocky 4. And if you're invested enough into Rocky as a character, you're like, I kind of want to see how he is in his younger days. If you were to ask me, should you watch the Rocky movies and you haven't seen them, I'd say go right ahead. You have missed out for realsies. And also, like, yeah, I feel like this movie really did, succeeded in what the first Creed movie did, and then there was, like we're living in a world where sequels are being ignored, and classics are being remade, and I'm glad that this franchise has been shielded from all of that. Like where it still has a lot more to offer. And so that all being said, this movie gets 4 solid chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 epic chair spins. Now, do I feel like it's better than the first movie? I feel like it's a bit of a tie right now. I mean, my attitude could change over time, where I can say I like Creed 2 better than the first one, or I might say the first Creed is more solid. This movie cannot really hold up. Cannot really hold up to what the first movie did. But for right now, it's a bit of a tie. Like where it's hard. It's like it's almost nearly impossible to top a movie as solid as that. But it does carry on. Like the torch. Like it does carry the torch really well. They don't. I mean, the fire does not go out. I mean, it's just electrifying. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for Creed 2, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and click the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. And I want to point out that that track from the first Creed movie where where Adonis goes to visit Bianca for the first time, and here's her on stage. That song I play on repeat all day. I mean, like I can add that to my playlist of music of songs that I listen to when I'm at the gym. That will definitely keep me going more than I usually do in my visits. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, y'all.